Clive, just quickly looking back at the end of the season, obviously Steve Cottrell returned to the club and that's galvanised us as a whole. You must be delighted with how it's gone considering the position we were in when he came to the club.
Yeah, I always look back at the season and my biggest marker is, are we in a better place than where we started? And I think everybody will agree we're in a lot better place now than we were at the start of last season. Steve came in, has done a fantastic job since he's come in. Really brought that team spirit and has galvanised the club and the link between the players, the fans, everyone involved. I think everyone's turned up to matches now with optimism and a smile on their face.
You mentioned it there, Steve's return has also brought us together and there's a special bond forming with the fans. Season ticket sales will definitely reflect that. Despite the rising cost for the football club, we made the decision to freeze the prices, and Steve's return coincides with that. The early sales have been really strong. Yeah,
again, a great start, real positive first few days into our season ticket sales. I've always been thankful of our supporters. We've had some tough years in recent times, but our supporters have always stuck with us. And yet again, they're sticking with us as well in our season ticket sales. There's lots to be excited about this summer, lots to be excited about for next season, and those sales are certainly showing that positive atmosphere around the place.
And you said it there, it's an exciting time. There's a lot of work going on in the summer. Like I say, it's a really busy time. There's improvements to the stadium, the training ground. Obviously, we've got the new kit deal. Obviously, there'll be new players coming in. It's a really exciting time to be a Cheltenham Town fan.
Yeah, I've been on the board for 10 years. I don't think I've known a summer quite like this one. Lots of positive. You've got to keep reminding yourself, everything we're doing now is positive. Lots of change. So we have got lots of change going. I won't talk too much about on the pitch because that's kind of Steve's remit, but we'll certainly, and Mike's remit, but we'll certainly be putting together a competitive squad and a competitive team on the pitch. But there's lots going off the pitch. So we've got pitch renovation starting on Monday. So that'll be our annual pitch renovation for the main pitch. We've got lots of work going down on the training ground as well. So we've got our main 3 11-a-side pitches that we use, 2 for the first team, 1 for the academy under 18s. We're doing work down there which we've never done, or we haven't done in a number of years. So we're putting 90 ton of sand in there to help with the drainage. We're also putting irrigation points onto each pitch. Those who have been down to our training ground in the summer would see we've normally got 1 11-a-side pitch which is green, and the rest of them are a bit brown because we've only ever had enough pressure and water to sprinkle to water the one pitch. We're now putting in a facility to allow all 3 pitches to be watered. We've also looked at the dynamics of the pitch as well. And we've put all 3 of them together, closer together. It's allowed us to put an extra grid area across for our academy to train on as well. So that's kind of making best use of space. That's on the outside. Inside we're doing a lot of work at the training ground as well. So the canteen area where the players eat every day, we're doing a refurbishment of that and making that into a lot better facility for the players to kind of have their canteen and socialise after training. The shower area is also being refurbed, and also the kind of staff stroke referee shower area is also going through refurbishments. Some of these may seem small things, redoing your showers might seem a small thing, but it all adds to that community. You want your players to have a best environment. That's their working environment Monday to Fridays at the training ground. So you want that best facility. And then also we're looking at the kit room as well down there. So we are expanding our kit room down there, making that into a lot better facility as well. And you've all heard the stories about Liverpool's kit room and the boot room at Liverpool. Hopefully we can generate something similar as well there down our training ground. So lots of work going on down there. And then when we look to Wadham Road, plenty of work going on here as well. So we're spending a large amount of money thanks to our owners over the summer, and we've got to look at spending some of that commercially and some of that into kind of upgrades to our everyday use. So at the main ground we're taking out the last of the wooden seats, so we still have a section in the main stand with the old wooden seats. They're all going to get replaced. Half of those will be plastic kind of normal seats, and then the other half will be hospitality padded seats. So that will refurbish the main stand. We are doing work in the bar, so the main bar is going through a complete refurbishment. and will be turned into our hospitality area, which will increase our hospitality covers, allow us to generate more match day revenue in terms of our hospitality facilities. But we also understand, the need for supporters areas as well. So we are adding a new fan zone area in the car park, which will be a good facility, marquee facility, and also a large outside area as well, with a large screen as well. So a real good facility there for supporters to go and enjoy, but also understanding that some of our supporters want to be outside, so we are turning the current existing second bar back into a supporters bar as well. So we're giving supporters a choice there in terms of their facilities to use as well. So hopefully two good areas there for supporters in terms of improving our match day experience, and also an area for our commercial, which adds back our value and help us to grow as a club. And then also, as we announced probably about 2 months ago now, maybe, we are changing our kit deal. So we are changing to Adidas. Those kits have already been ordered. I've actually seen the latest samples today, so saw the latest samples of our kits, and they do look fantastic. I constantly told when I'm managing that we will be the best looking team in terms of kitwear. I say not maybe in terms of looks, but we'll be the best looking team in the league as well. So it's all about how we look as well. So those kits look fantastic, and again, that's another way of adding both something positive for supporters, but also adding our commercial value, because it's also important that we grow commercially as well, as keeping that spirit around the football club as well.
So obviously it goes without saying, a lot of money going into the summer. Probably doesn't get talked about so much as like sort of feet on the ground. Obviously the ownership are putting a lot more money into full-time staff at the stadium and that side of things as well.
Yeah, so we're certainly looking to invest in our off-field staff, and we've certainly grown the team. So obviously got yourself, who's joined us recently in terms of head of media. We're also adding a media assistant as well, which we've been advertised recently and have recruited for. We took the decision, we had a bit of a media stroke marketing person in previously. When we needed to recruit for that, I took the decision to make a full-time marketing role. I thought that was key, because we talk about our growth, but we need to make sure we market ourselves as a football club as well. So that person started early April or mid-April. So we've got full-time marketing. We've also promoted, so we've got a commercial manager and then a commercial assistant. And obviously we've also recently been recruiting for the managing director role. So we are expanding our team certainly here. We've also got off the field as well, or off the commercial side, head of groundsman coming in, and we've been looking at that team as well, and we've also been looking at some backroom staff growth as well, which I'm sure Steve will talk about at some point over the summer. So we're certainly looking at our staffing structure. We always knew we were light in terms of staff, but up until previous years we've had to run on a very tight budget, which is where we've had to cut back on staff. I'm not saying that we are throwing money around or anything like that, but we are looking at growth. And certainly when you come to try and grow, you've got to look at your staffing structure as well. Make sure your staffing structure is capable of growth as well. So we've made some good additions over the last couple of months. We feel like we're in a good place that we can now start to grow as a football club and start to see some growth from those additions.